My rule of thumb is if a game has unlocked at first booting it up, a story mode or something, easy or novice, whatever, medium or normal, hard, very hard, and insane or something like that, I'll pump up to hard at least. I might not go to very hard right away, although if there's like 10 difficulties, like I tend to go for what always ends up being the ultra violence difficulty, like if we're talking in Doom terms. But yeah, so I find that doing that and then scaling down tends to be a better idea than starting on normal and scaling up, because you are forced to get a better grasp of the mechanics on higher difficulties. The problem with when it's too high, like if it goes into this is now a challenge mode, like meme difficulty. For example, I was even talking to the developer of Severed Steel, just on Twitter. I think it's not like DM or anything either. It's probably on my profile somewhere. So if you search on my Twitter Severed Steel, this will probably come up. But I was talking to him about, I play his game on the most difficult setting, the one-hit kill mode, because it's very small levels where you can do really agile, cool things. It's a first-person shooter where you have swords and everything. It's actually not too far off from Trepang, because you can also do slow motion. It's just more of a Tron kind of art style. And I liked playing his difficulty on the everything dies in one hit, because it just felt like 3D Hotline Miami. Because the levels are very, very short. They're like 3 minutes long max if you know what you're doing. But it'll take you a while to figure out, okay, this, like, I can slide in here and kill this enemy, and then jump up here and shoot him while running on the wall, and then jump off this railing and in slow motion maybe kill 3 of them as I'm falling. And I found that doing that when I had to not get shot at all was a ton of fun. But it's also the reason I've never finished Severed Steel. Because I kind of just got thrown off from it, and then once you get out of the vibe and your practice, jumping back into those kind of difficulties at a higher level, like a higher level in the game is in stage 7 as opposed to stage 1. I would say the 15 stages or something like that. I don't know if that's what Severed Steel is, but for sake of argument, let's say it's 15 stages. You played 7 of them, or 8. Let's say you played 9, like most of them. The vast majority of them, you've got 6 to go. Falling off at that point is still kind of reasonable, because it's like, well, what if a new game comes out, you come back, and then you get back and you're playing level 10, like the first of the double-digit stages, and you don't have your flow in this game. Like you don't remember all the cool tricks and effective strategies and moves that you can pull off with these mechanics. You just are kind of coming back to it. And a game that requires that much attention to detail, well, like while you're playing, is very, very tough to leave and then come back to at the same level of skill. For example, right now, I don't think I could beat not even the last boss. I think it's like the second last boss, or even one of the, maybe third or fourth, in Ghost Runner. Ghost Runner has an extremely difficult boss fight where there's this tower you have to climb in the middle, and all these areas that you can't touch and can't walk on, and the only thing you can do to do damage is get to the top of this cylinder and hit a button, basically, and then you fall down to the bottom, and you have to do that 3 times, and it gets progressively more difficult every time. No chance I could finish that level on the difficulty I played it on right now. Because I haven't played Ghost Runner in quite some time, and the way I was able to finish that level was deep understanding of exactly how my character moves, exactly what I need to do in the scenario, and the feel of the controls with whichever setup I'm using, which was never this one. So, because I play Ghost Runner over on my desktop, that's like kind of not doing much these days. I'm going to try to figure out a way to make more use of it in another posture